people. This is the stuff we're using to do my Dark Valentine set. And here we go. Starting off with black. We're going to be giving all of these 2 coats of black. I'm trying to do them as thinly as possible because once again I'm going to be bulking these way up with many layers of stuff. I wish I could come up with a better way to do these things so they don't get so bulky, but it is what it is. Decided to do a Dark Valentine set this year to A, match my mood, and B, I saw there's a technique we're going to do that I saw done by a lady on TikTok, a nail tech. She goes by Queen Diana. You guys should check her out. She does some cool stuff. I know I've been talking about her recently on here, but I've been enjoying her videos. So anyway, I saw her do this technique we're going to do, and I thought it was really cool, and I'm like, how can I incorporate that into my Valentine set? And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do a Dark Valentine set. So here we go. Now, I've seen her do it. The original one I saw her do was purple, which is what I'm going to do. And then I saw her also do the same technique, but with red. And they looked really nice, too. So I'm already thinking about revisiting this whole technique. What springs to mind for me is next Halloween, and yes, I plan that far ahead sometimes. For my Halloween set, I'm thinking I'm going to do this same technique but with orange chrome, and I'm probably, well, you'll see when we get to it, but I'm not going to do the sheer black over it like I did with this one that we're going to do. So, something to look forward to for that. I'm also wondering now if it would work with white polish as the base, using the lighter chromes, like more pastel-y, for spring nails. So I might do a set like that. I don't know yet. I might do a practice one with the white and see how it goes. I don't want to do a whole set if it's just not going to work for that. So we'll see. Anyway, we're on to the second coat here. And as you can see on my mat, the mess I'm making already, this is why I have a mat on my desk. I can be very sloppy. I'm almost at the end of this bottle of black polish too, so I had to kind of jiggle it around to get polish on my brush in there. Now notice how my cuticles look right now. They look nice, no problems, because later on you're going to see problems. Okay, this is the purple chrome I'm going to use. I've had this one for eons. I got this from Wish like many years ago now. Why I don't use it very often, I don't know, but this is the one we're using. Now, I'm using this to apply. I did not put a top coat on this. We're going straight on over the cured polish, because I don't want the real shiny like mirror chrome. I just want the regular kind of chrome. Okay, we're going to not do the ring finger, but we're going to do on all the rest of them, we're going to just rub it down the center of the nail, leaving a border of the black. That's also why I'm using the spongy, the little makeup sponge to put it on instead of my fingers like I normally would do. I want it to be kind of rough around the edges. That's why I'm patting it down. I don't want a nice smooth edge. I want it to be kind of like faded out around the edges of the chrome. So also, I'm not putting a whole ton of it on here. Although I did notice that it goes quite a long way when you're, that one little dab on the makeup sponge went a long ways. Okay, now we're going to get a soft brush. We'll use my little mermaid tail brush, if I can find it. You can see the desk shaking because I'm in my drawer digging around. Okay, we're just going to brush off any of this loose chrome powder now. Okay, and there we have it so far. That one had a weird spot on it. Looks like a water spot. But I tried to add more to it, but it didn't go away. But no worries, you're not gonna see it anyway. Okay, now what we're going to do, and this is where we use the sheer black. Now this is what I'm not going to do the next time, so you guys may not want to do this step, but she did it on hers, so I'm doing it on mine. This will blend in, it will like mute that chrome a little bit, but it will blend in the edges so it looks more like it's faded into the black. That's the purpose of the sheer black going on there. As I said, I probably won't do this on the other ones, although I might do it on the Halloween ones just because. Hey, there we are so far, and in they're going to go for curing. I think they look pretty cool like that. I kind of wish I had left them more that way. Okay, we've done that on all of them, and now I'm going to be using these glitter hearts, the purple, and then I'm calling that other one light purple, but in essence it's actually pink, I think. Now I'm going in with base coat, and I'm only going to put a swipe of this right down the center of the nail because I'm trying to not bulk up my side edges any more than I absolutely have to. And then we're just going to lay some of these hearts on top of that wet base coat. Now this is where I wish, now when she did hers, she only put like 2, maybe 3 hearts on each one. And she also has like extra long stilettos, so she had a lot more real estate. So you could see the underchrome part of it really nicely on hers. Now I got carried away with the hearts, and I think I put too many on there because you don't really see the underchrome very much when they're done, and the light has to hit them just exactly the right way to see that underchrome. So I'm thinking, that's why I'm thinking maybe not use the sheer black over it, and then you will, and not put so many hearts on, then you'll see that underchrome a lot more. So live and learn. This is why I do these things, so I can point out the things that I don't like or they didn't work right, and then you guys, if you want to recreate this or something similar, you can you'll know what not to do, or you'll know the pitfalls to try to avoid. You'll notice these hearts have a really lot of green to them. I was not really prepared for that, but in the end it got taken care of. So instead of that green shine at the end, we're going to end up with a blue shine on them instead. But we're just going to continue one swipe of base coat down the center so they'll stick. And we're just going to put them on here. I was trying to come up with an easier way to pick them up by getting the end of that wet, but it wasn't working. So I had to go back to the other side. I think I might need to put a new head on my picker-upper tool pretty soon. That one's getting pretty short and weird looking. When it's really hot in the summertime, that wax end gets really soft. So I have to very gently put stuff down onto my nails, because if you press it too hard, it just like sticks into the kind of melty, waxy part. On the other hand, though, you can shape the waxy end of it when it's really soft and get it pointy on the end too. So there's that. Once I'm done playing around with these and getting them on there where I want them, we will cure this. And I decided I wanted one more on my pinky because I didn't want them all in a nice straight line going down there like that. That's too perfect. I wanted them to be a little more chaotic. Okay, now we're going to cure those. Also, I forgot to mention putting them right down the center and not like going around to the side edges with those little hearts will help them lay flatter too, because once you go around that side where it's curvy, then you got the little heart edges want to stick up through. Right now I'm putting top coat on. A very hefty layer of top coat is going on these. But as I was saying, those heart edges will stick up if you get them too far onto the side, where you got to go around the side of the curvy part of the nail. And you don't want them sticking up at all, because then, okay, I've cured that. Now we're going in with the second hefty layer top coat. And this is where all the bulk happened, or a lot of it. But I feel it was necessary to encapsulate those really well so that I can file and buff and take the bulk back down, at least some of it. And I didn't want to have to worry about filing through those hearts. Okay, I've cured that. Now the old file and buff, I've sped this up to 4 times, so it's going to go quick, and I'm only going to show you the one nail. But I'm taking down my side edges again to try and get the shape back to my nails. And I'm taking as much of the bulk off of there as I can. There were a couple where I started to file through the heart a little, so I had to back off on there. But for the most part, I just kept taking them down until I got them back to some semblance of not being so chunky. You know, this is a little chaotic to watch because, like I said, I sped it up to 4 times. And my hand was like too close up underneath the camera lens, so you're getting excess close-up. Okay, that's all done. We're moving on now. Now I've got this little mold. I've used this one before on stuff, but I wanted to do an experiment with the chrome with it. Now, when I'm doing resin, I can take chrome powder or chameleon flakes, and I can burnish them on the inside of my molds, my resin molds, and then when I pour the resin in there and it cures, that chrome finish is incorporated into the finish of the resin, and it's in there. So once you take the mold off, it looks like the chrome finish. You know, it's all metallic-y looking, but it's in the resin, so you don't get any of that powder coming off on you, which is kind of cool. So anyways, I wanted to see if that would work the same way in this little heart mold with gel polish instead of resin. So that's why I'm loading this mold up with the chrome. So it did work to a degree, but not as well as I would have liked. So we will have to do a little bit more of that after the hearts are done. Okay, I'm using this Beetles purple to fill the hearts. I suppose I could have just used black. I don't know why I didn't, but here we are. I think initially why I picked this purple, actually now that I'm thinking about it, is because I wasn't planning on doing chrome on the hearts. I was just going to put them on as they were, and this color was going to match the finished look of the chrome color, the closest that I had. That's why I picked it. In hindsight, though, since I was chroming over it, I could have just used the black polish that I used earlier. And talking about chrome still, when I was putting the chrome on my nails, I did not expect it to go on so smoothly as it did and have nice coverage, since I had not used, since we didn't top coat with the no wipe top like we normally would do before we put chrome on the nails. But since I wasn't going for that, smooth, shiny finish, it didn't matter for that. So now you guys know you don't always need to do the over the top coat unless you're going for that real like mirror shine look. Okay, I don't know where I've gone, but here, oh, okay. We're going to poke this now with the little striper brush just to get out any bubbles that might be on the bottom. Now see, there's one that came up. There's a big one right there that popped up. Also, this is how I get it all to the side edges and make sure it's there really well. I decided that some of these were a little bit lacking, so I'm going to add a little bit more polish to these because they were not quite full as I wanted them. They would have come out concave where I need them to be flat on the back, so we got to fill these all the way flush to the edge, to the top of the mold. And also I'm going to pop that bubble while I was at it. Okay, I think we're done with that. Now I'm going to be putting that in the lamp, and I'm going to cure that for 2 minutes, just like it is. As soon as I do a little more cleanup. Also, don't skimp on the cleanup part of this, otherwise when you get it out of the mold, it's going to have little bits that are going to be hanging off the edge that you're then going to have to clean off. Okay, after you cure it for the first 2 minutes, you're going to flip your mold upside down and cure it for another 2 minutes, because you must cure it on both sides. Okay, now see how there's a couple of little, like just a little tiny bit of some of those like overhang on those. Usually I would clean those off with an X-Acto knife. This time they were nice and thin, so I could just peel them off. Now I'm going over these with chrome again, just because I didn't like, the finish was kind of a little uneven, and I wanted to have a nice even finish on there, because I could not get it rubbed down into the mold as thoroughly as I liked. Okay, just gently, we're just gently going to do this. And then very gently, we're going to use our soft brush and brush off the loose chrome powder again. Being extra gentle, otherwise your pieces of your little hearts are going to go flying away. I'm going to brush them off and they're going to be somewhere else. And then all we're going to do now is get them onto the accent nails. So I'm using this pudding gel. It's actually like a thick gel glue, basically. But I'm just going to put a blob on here. We're going to put that biggest heart on this one. Now, being that these are made out of gel polish, they are still flexible. So you can bend these down and have them be flush with your nail. Now I'm trying to handle them carefully because I don't want that chrome powder coming off. Now I'm bending it down and keeping it flush, but it's not wanting to stay stuck on both sides. So I did that for a while, and then I cured it in the lamp so one side was flush, and then I went back, and you're going to see in a minute, I'm going to add some more glue under the side that's sticking up. Now I've got glue all over myself. Okay, I've cured that part. Now I'm going to add some more glue under this edge where it's sticking up, and then I'm going to squeeze that other edge down, and I'm going to hold it and use my flashlight to hold that still while I can get that glue to cure most of the way. Then I'll stick it in the lamp and finish it. Now I have on occasion needed to hold stuff down like this and have with two hands, and then I will hold the flashlight in my mouth so I can still you'll cure the thing. I mean, what we do for the love of our nail art. Okay, and I got the other side glued down, so here we are. Moving on, I'm using a purple glaze. You could use purple jelly polish, or well, whatever color you're using, but now as I'm putting them on this hand, you can see the under purple chrome on this nail because the light was hitting it just right. But I mean, the light really has to hit it just at the exact angle for you to see that. Of course, if I hadn't put so many hearts on there, you would have been seeing it a lot better. Anyway, now on this hand, I did not put my glaze on as thick as I should have. When I did my other hand, I put it on. First I put the normal layer on, and then I went back with a really thick layer and just swiped it right down the middle over the hearts and cured it. And so that hand I like the look of a lot better. So I did go back and put a second coat on this one that you're watching me do right now, but I'm not going to show that part. Just know that if you put it on nice and thick or do 2 coats, you'll get a better color. And also, this is covering over the color of those hearts, so they are no longer going to be pink. They're going to be 2 different shades of purple now, and the shine off of them, when you get a little glint of that, is going to then be blue instead of the green that it was before we did this. I did break down the other night and order myself some jelly polishes because I'm anticipating using this method some more. So, okay, now we're doing the final layer of top coat, and this is just going to be a regular layer, not extra thick, no craziness. And also I'm top coating this entire nail and the hearts we put on there. And then I will go around the edge of the heart and try to clean off excess top coat because it likes to pool up along the edges there. Okay, and onward we go. You'll notice that now my cuticles are suddenly trashed because when I was doing the file and buff portion, I managed to trash all of my cuticles. I don't know how I managed to do it with the hand file every time. The e-file, never a scratch. The hand file, my cuticles always look like hamburger when I'm done. I just can't seem to get that. Which is another reason I don't want to work on anybody else, another live person. I'm afraid to. Okay, once we get those on, there we go. We're going to cure that. And there's the finished set. I think they turned out kind of cool. Like I said, I would like to see that underchrome a little better, but it is what it is. And the thumbs. And my trashed cuticles. Anyway, if you like them, please give me a like. It does help me a lot, and I really do appreciate it. And we're going to be coming up here to my finished picture. Ta-da! There it is, and that's it for this week. We'll see you next time with some kind of a spring set. That's it. Have a good week. Bye-bye, people.